Next summer, for the first time, CSU will have a summer course offered in Vietnam. The course that will be offered is a geography course called Land Change Science and Remote Sensing. The class will have students from both the US and Vietnam and will be a mix of classwork, lab work, and field work. The instructor for the course is Steve Leisz. He's a professor of geography who has worked in Vietnam since 1997 and lived there between 1999 and 2007. We will be in northern Vietnam in the Red River Delta within easy access of a World National Heritage Site at Ha Long Bay, as well as access to the northern mountains and beaches of Vietnam. The class will be based in Hanoi at the Vietnam National University of Agriculture, just outside of the main part of Hanoi. The Vietnam National University of Agriculture is one of the oldest universities in Vietnam, having been established right after independence in 1956. Its main campus is on the outskirts of Hanoi with tree-lined walkways, small shops and restaurants in the neighborhood near the campus, a nearby swimming pool, and tennis courts. Its buildings range from old colonial-style buildings to brand new buildings and classrooms. It's also on a main bus line into the center of Hanoi that can get you into the center of the city in about 30 minutes. The course that will be taught includes the same lecture and reading content as a land change science and remote sensing course taught on campus every other year at CSU. It can be used as a capstone course for either geography or anthropology. The main difference is that in Vietnam we will be doing actual fieldwork and data collection that will be used for the course's final project. Another difference is that the students in the course will be a mixture of Americans and Vietnamese. The language used will be English. The 4 weeks of the course will be structured with the first week as an introductory week, introducing the main contents of land change science and some basic remote sensing content. The second, third, and fourth week will include fieldwork to look at different types of land use change that are taking place in northern Vietnam. The first field work will be done in Yên Lac District, which is northwest of Hanoi in the Red River Delta. Here, rice farming is being replaced by aquaculture, vegetable farming for city markets, and the introduction of woodworking shops where wood is transformed into ready-made desks, tables, and chairs that one can buy in places like IKEA and Walmart. The second fieldwork area will be in Trung Hoa Nhân Sinh, the site of an old rice farming village which was outside of Hanoi until 1999. This village has been transformed into a high-rise neighborhood where some of the most modern buildings in Hanoi are found. Fieldwork will consist of talking with shop owners and other residents who have witnessed the transformation. The third fieldwork will be done in and around Ba Vi National Park and in Ban Thad Village in the mountains to the west of Hanoi. In Ba Vi, we will hike in the mountains and interview farmers who live near the park about how their land use has changed over the past 40 years. In Ban Thad, we will hike the trails to shifting cultivation fields and talk with villagers regarding how they make use of their forest resources. The course is structured in a condensed manner with 6 hours of class or lab work each day. After the first week, 2 or 3 days will be in class, 1 or 2 days in the field, and 1 day in the lab working with Google Earth Engine to analyze remotely sensed imagery. Students will do a final project making use of data from one of the 3 fieldwork sites. Housing will be on campus in the university's International Guest House. Students will be able to stay in double or triple rooms for about $15 per night. Food will be available from a number of restaurants in the area that serve Vietnamese cuisine, as well as Western-style food such as pizza, hamburgers, spaghetti, and more. If you're interested in joining us, please contact the Education Abroad office.